The Capuchin friars share a brief reflection on the significance of various biblical symbols every day during this Lenten season.
Dear brothers and sisters, greetings of peace and joy. Today let us glance over one of the fascinating imageries of the scripture, the serpent. The Hebrew word for the serpent is nahash, and the word serpent is used in the Bible number of times in the Old and in the New Testament. The word serpent also denotes both positive as well as negative connotations and the values of life. It is mostly a symbolism. We cannot take it in a literal sense of the word serpent. In the Bible, serpent is also known as the Satan, the great serpent, the dragon, the enemy, the ancient enemy, the adversary, and the list goes on. The tradition of using the symbolism of serpent is ages aeon, and it is used mostly in the cultures of Sumeria, Mesopotamia, Egypt, Greece, Canaan, and so on. And even in our Indian tradition, we use the symbolism of the serpent. When it comes to the Bible or the scriptures, how do we take this symbolism? First and foremost, serpent is used in a negative sense of the negative power, the chaos, the confusion, the deceiver, the adversary, the thing that creates a problem, the person who can lead the human life or the situation which can lead the human life away from the true purpose of God, and so on. In the Bible, we find very specially in the very first book, the book of Genesis, wherein Adam and Eve were deceived by the tricks of the serpent. And thereby we know that here the serpent plays the negative role of tempting. Serpent is also used in the book of Exodus, wherein Moses is lifting up the bronze serpent in order to cure the people who are bitten by the venomous serpents. And this serpent offers them cure, means to say that serpent was also used as a symbolism of life, vitality, and cure. Having this understanding, when it comes to the New Testament, we find ample references wherein Jesus, using against the Pharisees and the Sadducees, calling them as the broods of vipers, calling them as the people who are begotten or the friend of the serpents or children of serpents. This signifies that Jesus tells them that they are the children of Satan, they are the children of the negative force, they are the children who can use the teachings or the benefits of the law as for their own good and for their pragmatic purposes. We also have Jesus using the imagery serpent for the positive thing. And where do we find it? The Gospel of John, wherein he refers to the pre-Mosaic serpent, wherein he says that the true salvation comes from the one whom you see was hanged on the cross, referring to the serpent of Moses in the desert. Having this understanding in mind, what do we take from this imagery for our life? Dear brothers and sisters, we have ample serpents in our life. And what are they? The temptations, our own follies, our own weaknesses, our own way of going about where we hurt people. And these are the serpents through which we spill the venom of hatred in the hearts and minds of the people. Today, we are asked by our Lord to know the true craftiness of this Satan or the serpent which dwells in our heart. And thereby he is also asking us not to yield for those temptations. Rather, he is asking us to take the alertness of the serpent and go ahead, march ahead and propagate the will of God, the will of the Father, and at the same time the true purpose of life. Let us then cherish this imagery for ourselves. Let us then make use of this imagery in our life so that we are alert, we are attentive, we also know exactly in which direction we should march ahead. May God help each one of us, and also may He help us to trace out those serpents which cause breaking of relationship with our own neighbor.